Hello there, welcome to EarthRhey Healing. We are continuing our chakra series and we're on to the solar plexus. So we're getting messages from the solar plexus. And these messages might have something to do with your personal power or your inner strength or like your willpower, maybe your self-confidence or your self-worth, even like your motivation or determination. Things like that. And we got two cards again. I actually have the one from the sacral also because that stood out. And then we have one from the an energy oracle deck here too. And I thought it was interesting because it's Archangel Chamuel. And Archangel Chamuel is normally associated with like love and relationships and harmony. And I just want to see where that fits in here because in this deck, it's associated with the solar plexus. So this one here says, I enter the sacred solar mandala, receiving the 9 rays of blessing, bathing my entire multidimensional being in divine radiance. Wow, that's a lot of golden light, a lot of golden energy, a lot of uplifting energy. It's very happy. It's like the sun. That's what that feels like. And I'll read this one. It says, my soul radiates confidence and creativity, and creative potency to accomplish my sacred purpose. I heal into joyfulness. So again, yeah, we had this one for the sacral also, but I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it for this solar plexus reading, this solar plexus session here. Maybe they are really closely tied for you. The issues are like overlapping in those areas. All right, we're going to get a couple cards here to start out. We have, I let go of limiting thoughts that are holding me back. Yeah, there's like there is a self confidence. Okay, my mind is clear as a still lake. I feel like this one wants to come too. So, beyond my mind, I am consciousness in human form. I feel like that may come like towards the end, maybe. I don't know. That one definitely wanted to come out. So, the solar plexus. Let go of limiting thoughts that are holding you back. So there's something about self-destruction. You're hurting yourself somehow with your thoughts, and also maybe things that you're doing, things that you're eating, maybe something, yeah, because I'm feeling like a belly issue, which is, solar plexus related, maybe digestion or something like that. But getting back to the limited thinking, the limiting thoughts. Yeah, it is a way of thinking that is from, they're saying like, they're giving me years, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So it's different, different for different people. So some of it's back to childhood, some of it's from your teens, some of it's from your 20s. And it was based on maybe someone you were around, or the group you were around, the family you grew up with, the people you grew up with, somebody you ended up living with, a roommate, maybe a boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, and you took on their thought process or their beliefs on power and authority. And so you don't know your own power, your own authority, because that's where that is. That's in the solar plexus. Your power, your authority. I don't know where to put this. I feel like it's supposed to be here, but I don't think it's yet. Beyond my mind, I am consciousness in human form. Talking about something from your power, coming from like where you come from, and tapping into that, tapping into who you really are, tapping into source creation energy. There's something about your willpower here. And they're talking about like self-mastery, becoming your best. Because I feel like somebody's saying, well, this is it. This is all I have. This is all I can do. Or I'm too old, or something to limit you. And you've told yourself this for so long that now you believe it. But it's all changeable if you want to. You can get in there and change that. They're showing me this, like this exact motion type thing. This, like putting your hands like this in your solar plexus area. Maybe rubbing your hands together first with the intention of maybe you're clearing out your solar plexus. Maybe you're bringing in golden light. Either way, you're going like this, and then you're making this form right over the belly area, the solar plexus area. And it's like, maybe there's some kind of breath work. Maybe that's where they're, because I'm hearing like, but it's also like the sound of how I'm hearing like the energy moving out and then bringing in the golden light. I do keep getting golden light. I mean, it is the solar plexus, so, but it's like sunlight. Now they're bringing up daytime. Daytime. When the sun is out. Be out. Let the sun hit your skin. Yeah, and then there's like, they're showing me the energy. Like I'm like going like this, and then I'm playing with energy. I'm playing with energy. It's like my own energy. And then I give myself my own energy. Okay? So it's like you're gathering energy, gathering energy. And then maybe you do breath work. And then you can play with it, like I said, and then bring it to different parts of your body, not just the solar plexus area, they're saying, because they're showing me like putting that energy into your knee or your shoulder or like some other part of your body that's giving you healing, yes, but like power in that area. So we're talking about this bringing like, it's like reclaiming your power. There's a lot of hand movement, so maybe you use your hands. Use that to your benefit with the intention of healing the solar plexus. Yeah, there's a lot of flowy energy here. So maybe you have done some solar plexus energy lately. Maybe you have sort of stepped into your power. You've done something that has made you feel more yourself, more aligned, more powerful, more confident. maybe more courageous. You did something and you're like, yes. Even if it's something small, like maybe you, I don't know, you complimented someone at the grocery store or something, and then you walked away feeling like, yeah, I don't, because you don't usually do that maybe. And you're like, yeah, that felt really good. I feel really good. That's, you're working your confidence. I feel like going like this, like it's very flowy. I can feel it in that area. And then you can also take that energy, once it is flowy in that area, you can move it up and down the system. You know, you take it from the solar plexus. If you're feeling it in the solar plexus, take it from the solar plexus and move it down into the sacral and the root. Move it into your feet if you feel that. Move it up into your throat. Like you can play with energy, especially your own energy, to get to know yourself even better. They're wanting me to read this one again. Let's see what this one says again. I enter the sacred solar mandala, receiving the 9 rays of blessing, bathing my entire multidimensional being in divine radiance. Divine radiance, divine radiance. Someone is either on their way to divine radiance, or that's what you need to like lean into to bring like more of your authentic self in, more determination, motivation, discipline, which brings then like productivity or like accomplishment. Yeah, my mind is clear as a still lake. Yeah, because when you're in the flow and you're confident and you're courageous, there's a rooted feeling in that. There is a grounded feeling in that. And when you're grounded like that, your mind is clearer. When you're confident, your mind is clearer. Because if you're not confident and you're like, like closed up, you might think too much about what others think, or like you're replaying what you said or what you did or what you didn't say. And that kind of stuff clutters your mind. So when you're confident and you know, getting things done, your mind is clearer. I feel very strong right now in this energy. So like I said, this is either something that you need to lean towards, you know, challenge yourself, put yourself in positions where maybe, you know, being to be more confident, to be more courageous, being assertive in a healthy way, you know. You don't have to annoy people or approach people in a way where you're in their personal space or anything like that. Let's see. Get here. Yeah, I'm getting more of the letting go of limiting thoughts. Letting go of the ego. There's like, it's like you need to hear you're worthy. You are worthy. You are meant to be here. You are meant to have opinions. It's okay if other people don't agree with you. Don't let that destroy your power. It's okay for other people to disagree with you, and it's okay for you to disagree with others. And you can do that in a healthy way. So there is something about letting things go too, because the buildup, there's a buildup in the solar plexus about power. Who is more powerful, them or me? You know, it's not. We need to let that go. Because I'm hearing like what makes you feel healthy. And I can assure you it's probably not arguing or trying to get your point across. You're not going to feel good. Yeah, I'm getting like affirmation type things like I am strong. I am powerful. I am in my power. I am confident. And like I am enough. I am worthy. You are worthy. I feel like you need to know that. Because people that don't feel like they're worthy, they always feel like they need to explain themselves, explain why their point of view is the correct point of view. It's okay. Bring that in, You're never going to win with that. I do feel like power struggle in this area. Yeah, I feel like a helplessness, or like a low self-esteem. Even, it turns into anger issues sometimes. That's where that is held in the solar plexus. Control issues, anger, stubbornness, even like arrogance. I'm not saying you are. Maybe you do have some of that in you, but I just feel like I need to reiterate, like, know that you are worthy. Know you're worthy of, like I said, having your own opinions. You're worthy of respect. I feel like Spirit is saying you can achieve anything. Like, stop putting yourself down. Also, stop putting others down. That doesn't help anything. There's a balance needed, yeah, in the power. Because it's like I'm giving my power away, but yet then I'm overly powerful where I feel like I need to explain myself or explain my point of view or something like that. Now, on a different note, I am getting like the belly, some kind of belly issues again, digestion, because that's how it manifests physically, is stomach issues, and issues in that whole area, even in that area in the back. So I'm seeing like that the sort of the lower back, mid back area issues. And you can actually, when you do like an energy sort of recalibration for yourself, you can take one hand and put it in the front and one hand and put it in your back area, so that those two areas are like connecting. So your body is in the middle of your hands, and just like bring in golden light, bring in understanding. I'm hearing bring in love. Bring in love to the solar plexus. I'm going to grab one of these, actually. He's upside down. Okay, we have, when peace is your priority, negativity cannot exist. How can you see through the eyes of source energy, and prioritize your inner peace? Yeah, because like I said, I can feel like the anger, a little bit of the anger. And so that's when you need to prioritize peace. Your own peace is more important than anything. Okay. trying to set these. I feel like I need another one of these, actually. Yep. Oh, 2, I guess. Okay, we have, there is strength in doing nothing. Wait. What have you been forcing, and how can you let go of the outcome? Yeah, it's that forcing of like wanting someone to believe, even maybe it's yourself. You're trying to convince yourself of something. Like, I really need to do this, or I really need to say this, or I really need to be this way. Do you? Don't force anything. It's when you do that, it's actually sucking energy right out of your core area, the solar plexus area. Make peace your priority. It's all in divine order. Allow. Yeah, this is like that exhaling. How can you relax into the flow and go with the current of life? Yeah. There's a yeah, I mean, there could be control issues. There could totally be control issues. I can feel it. Yeah, because I'm feeling like a perfectionism, or even like a fear of losing control. And so that brings about a sort of, being controlling, over-controlling behavior. I'm feeling the peace now. I'm really feeling the peace. We need to lean into the peace in order for this solar plexus to heal, the solar plexus to clear, the solar plexus to operate optimally, I'm hearing, as best as it can for you. They're showing me the connection with the sacral also. So there is something here about creativity coming through. And like we were talking about in the sacral reading, the joyfulness, like what brings you joy. Yeah, don't lean into what makes you angry, what makes you feel combative, what makes you feel like you want to fight, feel like you want to prove something. There is I feel different things here because obviously different people are watching, but I do feel that really strong solar plexus too, really confident energy. So somebody here has done quite a bit of work, and it's very clear that it is strong energy. Yeah, very clear that like this person, maybe you, that you're motivated. You're a motivated person to get things done. You're determined to get things done, to get things started, I'm hearing, to get things moving. And if you're not, that's how we need to like lean. And it doesn't mean like if you're angry and you're listening to this and it's just making you more angry, then it's just not for you. It's just not, because if you want to fight and you want to prove why you feel this way, then it's not for someone like me to bring you to peace. You have to find that within yourself. You have to take responsibility for your emotions, for the way that you receive, for the way that you give out. And that all takes time. Like if you're angry for a reason, obviously, and maybe you just need to go through the process. We need to go through processes, or we need to process things as they happen. So yeah, if you're in the middle of processing something, obviously you're probably not ready to find peace, right? And you can't force someone else to find their peace either. So like if you are in your power and you're feeling good and you're feeling confident, and you're feeling authentic and disciplined, you can't make someone else feel that way if they're going through a process, if they're going through their own, maybe they need to go through their own self-pity or, dip. That's okay. It's okay to go into a dip. We all do. And we don't always want to hear, oh, you should be happy. You should be more authentic. You should be more yourself. Yeah, this solar plexus energy is bringing a lot up. So I feel like because they're saying like the advice here for a general session here, a general reading, is to go into your solar plexus and ask that energy what it needs right now. It might need you to clear out another energy center. It might need you to eat better. It might need you to speak up. It might need you to take a nap. And this is with any energy center. This isn't just the solar plexus. But since we're focused on the solar plexus, you want to go in to your power center and ask it, what is going on? And again, we're talking about things having to do with your personal power, your self-confidence, your self-worth, your ego, your self-respect. Again, your motivation, your determination, how you approach things, how you go to, get something done. And this is where your authenticity lies. Your authentic self. So yes, ultimately, we have to find peace. So yes, go through the process, whatever you need to do, but we need to find peace. And in order to do that, they are bringing in the golden light again. Golden light. We're actually going to do that. We're actually going to bring in golden light codes here. Yeah, so take a deep breath. And move your hands. I feel like somebody here works with their hands. Move your hands with this if you feel it. Codes for golden light, and they're going directly into your core area, your belly, that belly area. Yeah, take a deep breath. Triana, družu komana. Kriiana autrutu shakata andrakia daga orutaka. Ho nandrayataku shukurat nandrat ratnandrayataku shukomandrayataka. Urnandra. Kianarataka shukumura. O mora, o mora, o mora, o mora. Padna. Driana shoko uratakash yana. Ora na. Orange yana. Druna. Shikiana ratako. Horana. Orana. Hushiana atraujumukwana. Tra tua. Shianatra dua. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you here. I hope that was helpful for you. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time.